Okay, this is Adam Sam Radio again, to this damn capacity hat again. I forgot to mention, what do you guys think? When they put these connections on, these solder lugs, I mean, I didn't do that. I actually had to scrape off all that shit I had on here that was a protectant stuff. I wonder if they did not scrape this coating off to go to these lugs to load these coils. As you can see, all the lugs, and then you got your lug here for the aluminum tube, and the same thing down here. The tube goes here, you screw it into that. You guys ask me in the comments below. I have to take this apart. I've had this feeling I don't want to ruin these coils. And I put a little protectant on here so the coils won't spread out in time. This stuff is heavy duty. But I bet you 10 to 1 these are not scraped and soldered. If I can get in there. Yeah, that one. See what I'm saying? I had to scrape this back. I scraped that back, and if there was copper. Same thing over here, I did that. I scraped this one. And if I scrape enough of that just to get it up over there, it might work. I'll test this thing. If it tests out fine, I'll be golden. And I think from the factory, they did not scrape these ends. This is a coating that goes on this copper wire. It's actually magnetic, like a magnet wire coating, and I scraped this off too all the way around. I'm gonna have to pull this up, all these off, and then scrape it. Try to get these connectors off. They're not crimped. Pull them off and see if they're scraped all the way from the bottom all the way up, because I have this feeling that this thing was, the lugs were just soldered and that was it, and then they didn't crimp it, which should have been crimped and soldered. These are just solder over a lug. And I mean, come on, look at this. I didn't even, when I put this together, I put every freaking screw in this thing. I mean, there's got to be 100 of these freaking things just to put this damn thing together. This hat. This is for 10 meters. I think this is for 15, and this is for 40 meters. The longer coil, and these are for different bands. And like I said, there's got to be something with this damn these solder lugs. They're not even soldered right, and I scraped some of this back. I wonder if this is inserted inside with the magnetic, like the magnet wire with the it's like a varnish coating. They just put it in there, and they probably heated up that plastic inside and melted it in there, and they soldered the top part of that lug and called it a day. That's my feeling right there. I think that's what's wrong with this. Like I said, I have my pole. It's tilted down, or it's tilted down this way. I'll have to make a video and show you guys tomorrow or whatever I get a chance. It's leaned down that way. You can take all the elements off. I took this off, and I put the other bigger elements on the tubing. And like I said, I went in my shack, loaded them up, and I heard noise, and I hit the inductance, boom, and I tuned it up on 10 meters, just a freaking a long pole, aluminum tubing pole. Without this, I mean, if this doesn't work, I'm going to send it back. MFJ or who's responsible doing a QC of this, you got to make sure you scrape this varnish off before you insert this into the connectors. I had to scrape this. I have a funny feeling it's not scraped. It's just the lug solder. That's all it is. And they probably just got like a tiny crimp in there to hold that wire, because that wire does not look really good. I mean, it's really, really danky. right there. That's just me scraping, you know, getting some of that shit crap off in this. And I'm trying to scrape all this down, and it's if I can get this up. Even look at that. There's no solder in there. It should be all flowed all the way through. And then look at the coil. That's why I had to put this coating, these little things on it to hold the coils together. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. You know, this is the new antenna. This is probably the first production line I got, and then it's a piece of junk. And I called MFJ. I told them exactly what I did. They said, "Oh, did you do this? Did you do that? Oh, did you check this? Did you do that? Oh, you got bad coax." No, I don't. I put the connectors on myself. Brand new coax, RGX. Blah 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 blah. Oh well, you know, you got a short somewhere, or did you adjust this? Did you do that? Do this, and trying to twist the story around, saying I did it wrong. So basically, I don't give a shit, and then it's your problem. That's the impression I got. I mean, he was a nice guy, but basically they don't, you know, they just don't care. They're busy. They're doing something. You can hear people in the background. So this thing was probably made on a Friday night, or some guy from overseas, or no offense, some guy or woman or whatever, got cheap labor that made this, and it's made poorly. So I don't like saying that because I'm not racist or anything, or have nothing against any, you know, I'm getting at. But it could have been somebody that just was cheap labor and made this, and the QC department did not put an analyzer on this, check the capacitance on this, and make sure these are all electrically sound, every freaking lug and every. That's what this is. It's a capacitance hat. That's what it is for each band. So, I don't know. I feel like a clown act here. Like I'm the idiot that I didn't do it right. I did everything to the freaking T. This is how it goes, really, on the pole. You've seen it. It goes just like this. And I can see that. There's another lug right there. Look at that. It's not even soldered in there. It's just, you can see the copper I scraped. Scraping. I got to scrape more of it. So let's see. Yeah, see, you can see there's copper right there. I scraped that. I'm like, no, that's not right. And I'm thinking they just put solder over here. They put a tiny crimp on there. Look how janky that is. It's the coil going through the from where it comes through. It goes from here, wrap around, and then it goes from the other end. And this was what kind of got me saying, this right here is the deal. They bet you this enamel, that's the word. The enamel is inside here, and that's the main problem. So I'm going to make this an MFJ video too as well, and I want them to know. And if anybody buys one of these antennas, the Cushcraft 4 Echo H or E Echo or whatever it is, the new one that just came out. And I don't understand what is going on with this dang thing. And it's sad that I actually can tune up, anybody can do it. You can tune up a damn fence, chain link fence, but there's nothing wrong with the mount. There's nothing wrong with anything. I grounded that thing. I got 25, 35, 30, almost 45 feet, almost 50 feet of ground wire all around my chain link fence. Then I grounded to the chain link fence. And, you know, so that's the deal right here. So that's what we're going at right here, ladies and gentlemen, and ham operators or whatever, or one of the employees from MFJ that's watching this. Look at the connections on that. Look at that. Come on. This is redundant right there. And see, I'm still scraping the shit off. I have to take all these connectors off. And if it breaks, I'm gonna tell them I want another one. I'm filming this because probably by tomorrow this is probably gonna be all messed up. Who knows? I don't know. This is on their part. Like I said, I put the mount together right. It's got the tilt mount. I got everything for this antenna, and this part is all messed up. I trimmed these down on the grinding wheel I got over there. No problem. So now it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So that's all I have to say on that, on this this antenna hat, capacitance hat. So 73s, Adam Sam Radio, we're going to be out. And I think I got a subscription, description, I'm sorry, of about this. I wrote a thing on my community part. I didn't type it. I have this phone. This is a new phone I have, is an Apple phone. You can speak into the phone and it will write for you automatically. And half of it sounded retarded, but you guys will know what I'm saying. But I had to do it twice. I lost the first one. I deleted it. Then I had to do it again. And I did the automatic voice thing to type in what I had to say about that. So if you see my community questions or whatever, you'll know what I mean. It's not me being, no, duh. It's just these new smartphones are just a pain in the ass. But anyways, 7-3 guys, and tell me what you think about this whole ordeal, this whole clown action. All right, 7-3. This is Adam's Ham Radio. We'll be going QRT, and catch you on the next one. Later.